The Shock Trooper is the newest tower added to TDX, and it's pretty interesting to say the least. You can obtain this guy through the Halloween Battle Pass. If you want a good way to grind tokens, check out my latest video. Anyways, this guy is pretty mediocre. I won't waste your time or lie to you. He has a very large footprint and has a max placement limit of 3 in solo. His attack is just like electroshockers from TDS. It chains the enemies behind the initial target. Chain hits, just like Refractor's chain hits, deal less damage. And chain damage gets increased with levels. At level 3 and beyond, it becomes a slow firing Tesla tower with a high chain amount. It also gains flight detection at this level. I don't know what else to say other than that it's really good at stunning multiple enemies and clumping them up. At max level, it shoots even slower, but the chain damage is actually 110%. It's a little bit weird, but cool I guess. I don't think it helps it out that much though. Anyways, I don't think Shock Trooper is that good in expert mode since enemies aren't clumped together enough and have way too much HP for him to deal with. Now this is kind of a given, but he sucks for bosses because his chain just doesn't do anything and his DPS is really bad on single targets. But in Elite, enemies are clumped nicely together, allowing for chains to actually get value. Plus, Shock Trooper's hidden detection on placement is really nice for revived ranger spam, since the chain also helps out. That's really the only good use I found out of Shock Trooper in Elite. He falls off in the mid game sadly. I'll also give it another thing. This user found out that it's good at clumping assailants together, so I suppose his tower is good on those waves. Now let's talk about why I think it's bad. The tower just doesn't provide a ton of value at any level. At max level in fact, it has less than 200 DPS. I know it's 200 DPS across 11 chains, but sometimes the chain range falls off too short to provide any value. I also understand it's a support tower, but it just feels so replaceable with Slammer. Slammer has more DPS, it can hit more targets. Alongside that, she's cheaper, like way cheaper, and her stun is way longer. On top of that, she can stun bosses. This tower really needs a buff because right now, only being able to place 3 Shock Troopers that have mediocre stun duration and mediocre DPS just isn't worth the slot. I honestly just find it good at clumping enemies together for splash towers to come in and do a lot of damage. Someone will probably find a good use out of it, but other than that, I think the fact that it can clump enemies over long distances together makes it just good for that. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have fun grinding the Battle Pass for all the new skins.